Have you ever wondered how websites are actually built? All the things you see, the text, the image, the buttons, they all started with one thing: HTML. Hey guys, I'm Ibrahim and welcome to this web development series. In this video, I'm going to show you the basics of HTML and how it structured website. Let's start from the beginning. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, is the foundation of every website. You can think of it like a building block for house. It structured everything you see online. Let's say you enter your browser and search for any random website. What happened there is that the web server send an HTML file to your browser, which then your browser read it and display it as a website you see. We are going to break it down step by step. So let's get started. Before starting writing code, you are going to need a code editor and a browser. Editor is where we are going to write and execute our code, while the browser where we are going to display code we write on the code editor. So for browser, I'm going to use Google Chrome, and for code editor, I'm going to use VS Code. Visual. So if you don't have VS Code, just head to website right here and just copy the link, go and download it. If you are using Windows, you have provided for you. Is it Mac or a Linux? Anyone you are using can download it. So once you download, we are going to open a folder, and this folder we are opening, everything we do will be, we will do everything inside the folder. So our project is going to be inside the folder. All the files you open, if we are going to use images will be inside the folder. So let's just name it my guys. So let's once you download your VS Code, you are going to right click on the folder, open with VS Code. Once that is done, it's going to show you something like this. So the first thing you wanted to do, to head to your files here, click on it and click on this auto save, so that whenever you write code, save it automatically. You don't have to be saving all the time. After that, you should head to your extension and download Lifesaver extension. Just search for Lifesaver, and this Lifesaver going to allow you to preview your code from. So once you install this Lifesaver, I want you to hit here that shows the name of your folder, and you are going to click on the first icon which says new file. So we are going to create a file and name it index. Index is the name of our file. So for every HTML file, we are writing .html. So it will tell the computer that this is a HTML file. Any name you are giving to your file, you can give it any name of your choice, but it has to come with .html at the end. So after that, we are good. We can start writing our code. So the first thing I want you to do is to click Shift 1. It will come up with this exclamation mark. Then you press enter. After, once you click that, once you click enter, this is what you will have. So I'm going to explain this HTML element step by step. This first one means the document type. This doc type is telling the system that the document type is HTML. Then we have the open tag of the HTML and the closing tag down here. So this one, every code we are writing is inside the HTML, is the beginning of our HTML file. And we have the attribute language that is telling in English. So inside we have head. This is a head. So inside the head, we have two meta tags, and we have title tag. This title is the title of our page. So then we have body. Body here is everything inside our all the navbar, all the slide, all the sidebar, everything the text they are inside the body. When we talk about HTML elements, we mean like this body here is an element, and HTML element. We have the open tag of the element and the closing tag of the element. Like for example, let me give us another one. Let's write a P. P like this is an element. We have the open tag of the element and the closed tag of the element. So this is a HTML element. We can have another element like H2. We have the open tag and the closed tag. We can have another element like section. All these are HTML elements. You see, as you can see here, all these they are all HTML elements. So these are HTML elements. HTML attribute. So attributes are inserted inside HTML element. They give us access to manipulate the element or add some values to it. We have attributes like, for example, let's have a H2. Let's have a text here. So the attributes, we can only add an attribute inside the open tag of the element. We cannot add attributes at the close tag of an element. So attribute, we can give it an attribute of style. And this attribute is going to allow us to manipulate the text, give it a color, add the font size, etc. Add too many things to it. Let's give it a color, for example, and let's give it a blue color. Blue color. So as we can see, we manipulate our text here. We give it a blue color. Let's add the font size just to show you. Let's give it a font size of 50 pixels. So guys, hope we can see. So this is the work of attribute. We have too many attributes. Style is not the only attribute. For images, we have the source attribute. Let's say we want to add an image. We have a source attribute and we have alt attribute. So the only thing I want you guys to know is to know that attribute, it is given to an element inside the open tag of the element. That's what I want you guys to know for now. We can look forward to attributes, to the types of attributes, because we are going to work with attributes. So in HTML, we have 6 heading. We have from H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. And H1 is the biggest in size. Let's have it, for example. We are giving heading elements like this. H1, let's say this is H1. Let's tell it 1. Let's give a H2. We have H2. So I want you guys to observe something. You can see that here H1 is more bigger, bolder than H2. And let's have a H3. So the bigger number we go, the smaller the text is. Let's go for H3. Let's go for H4. H5. And finally H6. So guys, look what we have here. We have H1, which is the biggest one. We have H followed by the H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. So this is what we have here. This is for heading HTML paragraph. So in HTML, what we refer to as paragraph, this is the element of paragraph P. This is just paragraph. We can add text inside paragraph, just any random text. For example, you see, as if you observe, when it comes to heading, it is bolder and bigger than paragraph. Let's add a heading to the paragraph. Let's give it a head. Let's give it a H1. All right, this is paragraph. So guys, look what we have here. The paragraph is just a normal paragraph, as we know. So this is a paragraph. So guys, under formatting, we have elements. We have elements like E. We have elements like strong. We have too many elements. So I'm going to explain the elements one by one. So this B here, it and for bold. Let's say we have a paragraph, for example. This is a paragraph. So let's have another paragraph with an B element. So guys, we can look the differences. So simply, the B tag is bolding a text. Is bolding a text. If you want to make a text bold, you can use B element. So we move next to strong. Strong element is meant for facial text. It's almost the same thing with bold. They all make text or text, especially they are being used in text. They all make it to be bold. So let's look next to I, the italic. This I, it italize the text there. Let's have it like this. So we can see how ital how I it italize text. So we can move next to the small. This small make our text a smaller size, make this text to be in smaller size. So let's move next to the delete. This delete here, let's see. So this is how delete works. It draws this line in between the text. It divides the text into two with a straight line. So guys, let's move forward to top element. So what this sub do is that let's have a text before sub. So let's have a sub text here. So this is how sub is. So the sub is suitable for Like if you wanted to write a chemistry formula or some text like this, you can definitely use the SOAP for that. For example, let's have the common chemistry formula of water. This is it. So let's move next to the SOAP. So we have two different things here. We have the SOAP and the SOAP. And what this SOAP do it is makes text to be smaller and it takes it down. Let's see what SOAP do is doing. And we can see SOAP takes the text up. So it is suitable for writing text. Let's see. We have something like uh in art. Let's see 1999. So let's break them down. So guys, this is what we have. Color is used to differentiate text or other things in HTML. So the way we can give color, we can give color in all different types. The first one, we can give it by name, and the second, we can give it by hex through hexadecimal, and the third, we can give it through RGB format. RGB format. So this is how we can give color to text. What did I mean by this? So simply, let's take a text for example. Let's have a H1 heading. So if we want to give this color and we want to give this text a color, so we will take the text one name. You have to remember that we are giving color inside style attribute. So we have to give an attribute of style, then we give it a color. So let's have red for example. We have red color, and let's have another one. So let's give a hex of the color. Let's have our H heading one. Sorry. Let's have this style. We still give it color. So our hex for the for red we have something like this. So let's give the RGB. Let's have our color. Remember, it's going to be inside style, attribute style. And we have color. So as you can see, we have red. When building a website, we will need to add image into our page. So in HTML, if you wanted to add image into a page, you are going to use the element of img element, which come with the source and the alt. Source here is the location of your image, where your image is. So the best thing you can do is to put your image and your file at the same folder. If you can see here, we have our images and our HTML file. They are in the same folder. You can even want to create a separate folder for your images. That doesn't matter. You can do that, but make sure that your HTML file and your image are at the same place. Since we don't have any folder that our image is just with the file, so we can simply locate our image using the source. Let's say we want to use the pyramid. I will just put the pyramid. And I want you to understand something here. It's not only the pyramid that we put, but we add the type of the image. Is it AVIF? Is it JPEG? JPG? Let's say we write pyramid and remove the, it's not going to show the image because we have to do the type of the image. So this is it just here. While out here, let's say you can just use it to write the image. Let's say for some situation whereby network will not allow your show. So out here is going to represent your picture. Maybe we can write the name of the picture here. We can write that a pyramid. In any circumstance that our image cannot show, alt is going to represent our image there. Not only that, we can still use style to manipulate using style element, reduce the width, which we can take it to, let's put the height. We can add border radius, all if we want. You can see what the border radius does. Curve the edges of our image. That's what border radius do. For more, let me put it so that you well, can you see what border radius does? So this is what border radius does. Favicon is the icon or an image you see beside the title of a page. So usually if you create a website, mostly you will be using the, so we can simply add favicon inside our HTML element. It has to be inside the head, within the head tag. We can use link to add it. The array is going to be an icon, then we are going to add the type will be image slash x icon, and then the location where our favicon is. Already the image I will use as my favicon is already inside the folder that I've created earlier, which I put my HTML file inside. So we are just going to write the name favicon here and refresh your page, and this is what we got here. Well, this one is a little bit low, so let's change the favicon to the image in page. So guys, this is what we have. This is a favicon. ID and classes are access points. What did I mean by that? Simply, when we want to access a document from CSS or JavaScript, we are using an ID and classes attribute. What if they are different? Let's say we have a paragraph. Let's have a paragraph and we have a text inside the paragraph and we want to edit text inside a H. We want to add some to it. We can give it a class. Can give it a class. Let's say text. And this class we gave to the paragraph is the class we are going to use. We are just going to use the name of the class text, edit the paragraph in CSS or to add some interactive function to it in JavaScript. So and the ID goes like this. Let's have another paragraph for example. Let's have random text inside. When we are given an ID is just ID, ID, and we can give it ID of text. So this is an ID. We are going to look further on ID and classes when we start CSS. But for now, I just wanted you to know how to give an ID and a class. So these are some basics of HTML. On my next video, I'm going deep into HTML and some basics of CSS. So guys, if you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow for more. Thank you.